right, welcome to your yoga mat. Welcome to practice. I have developed this class today with the intention in mind of building some momentum with our energy and with heat within the body, and just building some, a little bit of working towards building heat and momentum, building that up. And then also taking time periodically throughout this practice to find balance as well. So with that heat that we're going to develop in the body and building up some movement and momentum with that, also taking time to check in with balance, and good time to not just push and go and go and go, but periodically taking time to kind of check in and see if, how is our alignment, how is our feet, our posture. So let's find Sukhasana, so a comfortable seat. And we're going to start with a pranayama technique called box breath. And so a 4-part breath. And we're going to inhale on the top of the box, hold, exhale at the bottom, and then hold. So inhale on a count of 4, hold on a count of 4, exhale 4, and then hold. So inhale, hold, exhale, hold. And we're gonna start with a count of 4. Then we can try to stretch it out to 5 and maybe 6. And we're gonna take a hand mudra with this. We're gonna open our palms, place our thumbs inside of the palms, and then wrap all 4 fingers around the thumb. So it's gonna look like this. Thumbs in, fingers wrap over, and then placing the knuckles together. So the tops of our hands kind of come flush together like this. And a little bit of pressure in there. So this hand mudra is called Brahma hand mudra, and it's good for cleansing, balancing. So pressing into the knuckles evenly, and placing this hand mudra at the center of the core, around the solar chakra, around the belly button, middle of the torso. So we're going to start our box breath with this hand mudra, and hand mudras amplify any intention. So this intention of cleansing and also finding balance. So we'll start, inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, and hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. And hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. Continue this breath at your own cycle and see how that goes on the count of 4. Again, taking time to find balance with our breath, evening out our breath equally, inhaling, holding, exhaling, holding. And maybe extending it out to the count of 5 or 6 now. So take that breath in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go ahead and continue this box. Breathing in 5, holding 5, slowly exhaling 5, and holding that retention of breath on 5. And continue this box with your breath, with the Brahma hand mudra, and maybe even try to extend it out to 6. Let's take it back to a count of 4 once again. So going back to a little bit shorter of a breath, breathing, inhaling on 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Retention, hold the breath 1, 2, 3, 4. And take this a couple more rounds at your own cycle, counting on 4. And when you have your last retention breath, just release your hand mudra, the Brahma hand mudra. Place your hands on top of your knees, palms facing up. Maybe wiggle your fingers a little bit and let your breath come smoothly and naturally once again, just normal breath. Awesome, moving into tabletop. So hands below the shoulders, knees below the hips. We're gonna take a cat-cow movement called Chakravakasana. So inhale, let the heart shine forward and reach the crown of the head up. Exhale, push the hips back onto the heels and let the head fall down towards the earth. And we're gonna move with our breath here. So inhale, up, drop the belly, look up, push the elbows or push the ears away from the shoulders, lift the crown. And exhale, tuck the tailbone, crunch in the core. So making this cat pose with the spine. And push the hips back, let the head fall down towards the earth. And go ahead and move with your breath at your own pace. So inhaling up to cow pose. And exhale, cat pose, and pushing the hips back. See if you can move slowly and intentionally with the breath, balancing the breath with the movement. And on your next inhale, finally rest in neutral tabletop. And moving into taking the knees wide, we're gonna stretch the wrists a little bit here and do another breathwork technique. There's the option to have the fingertips face towards your knees, or maybe out to the side, or just fingertips facing forward is perfectly fine as well. I know this feels really good on my wrist, so I'm going to take this wrist stretch with the fingertips facing towards me. And this is a little bit of a silly breath. It's fun. It's fun and a little awkward. It's called lion's breath. So we're gonna let our heart shine forward and lift the crown and take a deep breath in. On the exhale, stick out the tongue and look up into your third eye, into your brain, up at the ceiling, and exhale and make an ujjayi breath, so that audible ha sound, like an ocean sound or Darth Vader breath. So we'll take 3 rounds of this. Deep breath in. Heart shines forward. Exhale, stick out your tongue, look up. Lion's breath. Deep breath in, shine the heart forward. Exhale, stick out your tongue, look up as high as you can, and make that ujjayi breath. And one more. And it's okay if it looks silly. This is really good for just expelling any kind of stagnant energy, getting that out of the body, out of the breath. So deep inhalation, shine the heart forward, lift the crown. Exhale, stick out the tongue, look up, ujjayi breath. Excellent. And now release your hands. If you had your hands folded back, give the hands a shake out. Maybe roll the wrists a little bit. Squeeze the hands into a fist and shake it out. All right, excellent. Planting those hands once again. Inhale, planting the left hand and take the right arm. Inhale, lift the right arm up to the sky, finding a little bit of a spinal twist here. And exhale, thread the needle, rest the right shoulder, right ear on the mat, and you can use your left hand to press into the earth to find a little bit of a deeper twist. Warming up the spine in all directions. And replant that left hand. Inhale, lift the right arm up to the sky. And exhale, float that hand back down to the mat. We're going to take it to the other side. Inhale, lift the left arm up to the sky. And really lift those fingertips up, spinal twist. And exhale, thread the needle, rest the left shoulder, left ear on the mat. And you can use your right fingertips to press into the earth and lift the elbow and find a little bit of a deeper twist if that feels good in your body. And replant this right hand on the earth. Inhale, lift the left arm up to the sky. And exhale, float that hand back down. And now we're gonna stand on our knees here and curl the toes under and just stretch the fascia in the feet. I like to walk my knees back a little bit. This might be good. You might just want to stay here, or just send the hips on towards the heels, stretching the fascia in the feet, stretching the toes. I feel this in my calves as well. And now release that and unfurl the toes and take a seat on the heels with the tops of the feet on the mat now, countering that and stretching in the opposite direction. This is going to help find a little mobility in our feet. All right, excellent. So walk the hands forward just a couple inches. So tabletop, usually the hands are right below the shoulders. We're going to walk our hands forward just a couple inches. Curl the toes under and lift the knees up just a couple inches and hover in tabletop. And breathe. And go ahead and release the knees. We're going to walk up to stand on our knees. And extend the right leg long. So the outer edge of the right foot carves into the mat. Arms come out to a T for Parigasana gate pose. Slide this right hand down the right leg and sweep the left arm up and over, finding a nice lateral stretch in the left side body. Breathe into these left ribs. Maybe take your drishti, your gaze, up towards the ceiling. And breathe. Maybe slide the hand down a little deeper. And coming back to neutral, standing on the knees. Extend the left leg long. Plant that left foot like a knife edge. The outer foot is carving into the mat for nice stability. Lifting the kneecap ever so slightly and engaging the quadriceps. Arms come out to a T. And slide the left hand down the left leg, Parigasana gate pose. Sweep this right arm up and over and take your gaze past your right bicep and breathe. Feel expansion in these right ribs. Awesome, and back to neutral. Tuck that left knee in. We're gonna go back to tabletop. Walking the hands forward just a couple inches, curl those toes under, and hover the knees just a couple inches once again in tabletop. And lift the knees all the way up into downward facing dog. You can bend your right leg, bend your left leg. Find a little movement in your down dog. Push through the palms as you lift the hips up and let the heels settle down towards the earth a little closer. We're going to move slow first. So inhaling into plank and trying to extend through the spine, the crown. The body is straight like a board. You can always drop down to your knees. Bending the elbows in, 90 degrees, Chaturanga Dandasana. And you can plant the tops of the feet into the mat or lift for cobra, or you can plant the feet in and lift for upward facing dog. And curl the toes under into plank and then downward facing dog once again. And take a couple breaths here. And take a low, slow stroll to the top of the mat. And hang in forward fold. You can grab opposite elbows. You can keep your legs bent here or straighten the legs. Lift the knees. Engage the leg muscles here. And hang heavy. And release the arms. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up, circle sweep up, look up, reach, and exhale, Tadasana. Inhale the arms up. And now we're going to take this with our breath. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back into plank. You can drop down to your knees. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, plank, and back to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right leg high. Step that right foot in between the palms of the hands. And you can take a block here and lift the earth up to you. Or if you can plant your hand on the mat, the left hand, and take your right fingertips and just graze up the right shin and opening up for a low lunge twist. Reach those fingertips and go ahead and fold back over this leg, the front right leg. Make sure the feet are in separate lanes here, so there's a nice wider stance for balance. And lift the arms up for high crescent lunge. And swivel that back left heel down, opening up into Virabhadrasana 2. Plant the left hand on the back left leg. Circle sweep this arm up and back for Peaceful Warrior. And you can either place this elbow on the knee or float it inside the right shin and sweep this left arm up and over for extended side angle. And fold over that front right leg. We're gonna hop that back left leg up a few inches and keep it at a 30-degree angle. Heels are in separate lanes. So a little bit more room for the hips. And this is a good place for blocks too. In pyramid pose, you can have blocks outside of this front right foot and lengthen through the spine, lengthen through the crown. You can take your right thumb and press it into the hip crease and shift that right hip back a little bit, lengthening through the hamstrings and calf muscles. And fold over that front right leg. Bend into the front right leg and lift the arms up for Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1 pose. We're going to take some movement with Warrior 1. So exhale, sweeping the arms down and back. Pinkies lifting up to the sky, really engaging those arm muscles. And inhale, back up. Arms come to cactus arms, so 90 degrees. And look up and lift. We're going to move with our breath. So exhale, sweep the arms. Can take that Ujjayi breath. Inhale, sweep up into cactus and look up. Slight back bend, and go ahead and move with your breath. Excellent. On the next inhale, sweep those arms back, and you can either grab opposite elbows here or interlace the fingers and lift the arms up and fold over that front right leg for Humble Warrior. And breathe. And release the hands. Plant the hands, step back into plank and take a flow. So Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale back to downward facing dog. And take a couple breaths here. Find stability and balance in the hands and feet and the breath. Inhale, lift the left leg high. Step that left foot in between the palms of the hands. Make sure the feet are in separate lanes here. And taking your left hand, graze it up the left shin and all the way up to the sky for a low lunge twist. And sweeping that left arm back down. Inhale, both arms up, warrior arms for high crescent lunge. Swivel that back right heel down, opening up into Virabhadrasana 2. Front left leg working towards a 90-degree angle. Shoulders stacked over hips, reaching the fingers in the opposite direction. Plant the right hand on the right leg. Circle sweep this left arm up and back for Peaceful Warrior. And now plant the left elbow on the left knee or float it inside the leg and sweep this right arm up and over for extended side angle. Fold over that front left leg, hop the back right heel up a few inches, keeping it at a 30-degree angle. Heels are in separate lanes here, so there's room for the hips. You can take blocks here, bring the earth up to you, and finding elongation in the spine, one long line of energy through the spine, out to the crown. And folding over that front left leg. And breathe. Now bend generously into this left leg, working towards a 90-degree angle with the left leg. And sweep the arms all the way up for Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1 pose. We're going to take our arm sweeps. So exhale, fold forward, sweep the arms all the way back, pinkies reaching up to the ceiling. Reach those pinkies, lift those arms, and inhale up. Arms come to 90-degree cactus arms. Reach up through the heart, the throat, the chest. And exhale, sweep. Inhale up to cactus arms. And go ahead and move with your breath a few times at your own pace. And on your next inhale, take the arms and you can grab opposite elbows here and fold over for humble warrior, or interlace your fingers, reach through the palms, lift those arms up and fold over that front left leg for a humble warrior. And release the hands and just step the right foot up into forward fold. And hang in forward fold for a few breaths. Find your breath smooth and natural. You can grab opposite elbows. Just feel balanced and stable with the breath, with the body. And release your arms. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, circle sweep the arms all the way up. And exhale the hands down to your side for Tadasana. So we're going to work on a little bit of balance here. And we're going to start with our feet. So when we have stable planted feet, our balance is oftentimes better versus gripping awkwardly and kind of wobbling in the feet and the legs. So we're going to start with our strong Tadasana feet and just really feel the pinky toe mound, toe ball mound, and the heel, those corners planted into the earth, and lift the toes up and plant each toe at a time. So very intentionally ground and plant each toe. So pinky toe, ring finger toe, middle toe, and lastly the big toe. Plant all toes firmly into the earth. And now lift through the legs, engage the leg muscles, tuck the tailbone in, engage the core, roll the shoulders down and back, biceps facing forward, lift the crown of the head up to the ceiling for anatomically correct standing posture, Tadasana. And just feel stable and grounded and just structurally strong. Feel balanced in the feet and the body. We're going to take and slowly start to lift, bend the right leg and lift the right knee. And you can take arms at your waist or maybe out to the side, whatever feels good in your body for balance. And so this right leg is at a 90-degree angle. And very slowly, we're going to start to externally rotate this leg in the right hip joint here. And sweep that leg back behind us. And then all the way to the left. Plant that foot as far to the left as you can and plant those toes. And the heel will pop up a little bit. So this foot, I'm going to turn this way a little bit more. So this foot is all the way over to the left. And finding our balance here, raise the arms up, grab the right wrist, and pull the right wrist over to the left. So a nice deep stretch, nice deep lateral stretch here. Breathe into those right ribs. Find a nice deep side bend. And now release the arms, and we're gonna slowly come out of this the way we came in. So maybe arms out to a T or at the waist for balance. And reground the left foot, so replant those toes and start to lift the right toes and sweep that leg all the way back around, lifting that right knee up, and then slowly plant it back down. Ooh, all right. All right, let's take our Tadasana feet once again. So ground the feet, lift the toes, plant each toe at a time. Find our balance here, strong Tadasana posture. And start to bend the left knee. Lift that left knee all the way up. So this left leg is bent at a 90-degree angle, and then slowly start to open up this hip. External rotation in this left leg, left hip joint, and reach that leg back behind, and then all the way to the right, and slowly planting that foot down. That is like a slow little dance of balance. And then reach this left arm up, grab the left wrist, and pull the left wrist over to the right. So feeling a nice kind of half moon shape, deep lateral stretch on the left side of the body. And breathe, maybe find your focus on something still, and just focus on balance and breath. And slowly release. Take your hands back to a position that feels balanced to you. Really plant those right toes. Start to lift the left toes up. And lift that left leg. Sweep it back around. Ooh, slowly. Lift the left leg. And slowly plant it back down. All right, wonderful. Shake that out. All right. Let's go ahead and use a block here to start. We're going to take our feet about a little wider than hip width distance apart. And you can take a block and set it behind the heels and take a seat on the block and see how this feels in the hips and the heels, moving into Malasana squat here. So this would be Malasana. You can press the elbows into the knees, and you can sit on a block. If that feels accessible, maybe lower this block and see how that feels. And if that feels accessible, then remove the block. And in Malasana squat, we do want to work on extending through the spine, so we're not hunching over to get our hands at heart center and elbows into the knees. But think of one long line of energy from the tailbone, up the spine, up through the crown of the head. So a long, straight back. And just feel grounded and planted, rooted in the earth, and stable, yet open and soft. Beautiful duality. Rooted and strong, yet open and soft. And gently release the palms, and just take a seat and gather the knees into the chest and give yourself a hug. Give yourself a squeezy love hug. Tell yourself something kind. Excellent. Go ahead and release the legs. We're going to take this left leg and place it in front so the shin can be tucked in a little bit, and step this right leg outside, right foot outside of the left knee. And then sweeping the right arm back behind. You can either grab this knee and twist, or place the elbow on the knee, lift through the crown, And then start to twist from the upper body, the upper back, the shoulders, and then take your gaze past your right shoulder. So not twisting from the neck, but twisting from the spine. And release. We're going to take it to the other side. So plant this right leg down. This leg can be, the knee is kind of coming out towards the center of the hips. And then this left foot steps outside of the knee. And you can either sweep this left arm behind and grab the knee and start to twist. You can even see without the twist, without the grabbing, start to twist and then plant the hands. And then gently take your gaze past the left shoulder. And inhale, reach the crown up. And exhale, twist. Excellent. And go ahead and release. I'm going to take one more flow. So planting the feet on the mat and move the flesh from beneath the sit bones and just feel really rooted and planted into the mat. And grab behind the legs by the knee crease and just straighten the spine, straighten the crown of the head, lifting the crown of the head, and tilt back and lift one foot at a time for Navasana, boat pose. And we're going to move with our breath here. First, we'll put these foundations in our body, planting the feet, plant the hands, and lift the hips for reverse tabletop. Let the head fall back and lift the hips. So exhale into boat. Inhale, reverse tabletop. Exhale, boat. Inhale, reverse tabletop. One more. Exhale, boat. Inhale, reverse tabletop. And release. And go ahead and extend the legs long, arms come out, and slowly start to release the spine all the way back to the mat for supine. And release completely. Let's walk the feet up and lift the legs up this imaginary wall, lifting through the heels. And bend the legs generously. And you can grab your shins, your ankles, or outside of your feet here for happy baby. You can even straighten the legs for straddle pose. You can find a little movement or stillness, whatever feels right. And completely release the legs, soft into the earth. And I'll guide you through leading up to Shavasana. Just a quick guided meditation. Let go of any holding or doing in the body and in the mind. These last few minutes are for constructive rest, just letting all of that momentum and balance settle into the body. And now is the time to be effortless. I invite you to visualize roots extending into the earth from all the contact points of your body. So feel your heels planted into the earth, growing deep roots, deep through the crust and the mantle into the core of the earth, grounding us, balancing us, finding stability within this visualization, really grounding us. Feel the backs of your calves growing thick, deep roots into the earth, busting through the crust and through the mantle, deep into the center of the earth, into the core, planting us. Feel your broad sit bones, hips, that lower part of the body contacting to the earth, connecting to the earth, growing thick, deep-rooted roots all the way through the earth into the center. Feel your shoulder blades sprouting roots deep into the earth. Feel the backs of your hands, your arms, supported by the earth, growing deep roots. The back of your head is so soft and heavy, resting on the earth, growing a thick, deep root into the earth, connecting to that grounded quality of the earth. We are supported by the earth. We are grounded, supported. Feeling stable and balanced. Just feel so connected, so supported, with all of these roots connecting to the earth. And try to let any thoughts that arise, you can acknowledge your thoughts and then let those thoughts just float by. Just feel heavy and grounded and effortless. Nothing to do, nothing to think about for these next few minutes. And rest in Shavasana. And slowly bring a little awareness back into your mind, back into your body. A little movement to your fingers and toes, your wrists, your ankles. Maybe move your jaw. And gently roll over to either side and rest your head on your arm like a pillow for a breath. And gently push yourself into Sukhasana, that comfortable seat. Let's take our hand mudra again, so that Brahma hand mudra, and fold the thumbs in, wrap those forefingers around the thumb, place the knuckles together, so tops of the hands are flush, and palms facing up, fingers with thumbs tucked in facing up, and place it at the center, close to the solar chakra, the center of the abdomen. And I will chant Om 3 times. Please feel free to join, or if you just want to listen, that is perfectly fine as well. Whatever feels right to you. I'll prompt a deep breath in, and on the exhale, chant Om. Deep inhalation. Deep breath in. One last full deep breath in. Release the hands. You can place the hands together at heart center. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.